All praise, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rokah, Kodash. Double honor to the apostle, elders of great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to Allah Hakim, doing it in person's word and sincerity and truth, worldwide, and a sincere shalom to the elect. I want to get into this little lesson right here real quick. Thinking like the world, he's not with you. You know, you thinking like the world, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai is not with you, man. I got up this picture here. It's a world head, you know, thinking like the world, obviously, right? Let's go into this little read here. It says, thinking like the world, adopting a mindset driven by temporal desires, status, and human reasoning rather than eternal purpose, right? And it goes into core traits, worldly thinking, chasing status. And you see a lot of these guys over here that's in the black unconscious community, right? They're chasing status. They don't give a shit. You got celebrity Hebrew Israelites. They're chasing status. They don't give a shit. We've seen examples of what happened to individuals like that, right? Like Sakari and them niggas, right? And many more. Where are they now, right? Chasing status, prioritizing wealth, fame, and human approval over spiritual growth. Temporal focus, finding peace and purpose in fleeting possessions rather than lasting values. See? Self-radiance, depending strictly on human logic instead of divine wisdom. Okay? And in the last video I said she's not manifest unto many, right? So that's all self-glorification and, you know, so on and so forth. They're not looking for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? They're thinking about themselves. That's the way of the world, right? Temporal desires, status, right? They want a name for themselves, right? Anyways, let's go into this real quick. Should be, you know, like this. He thinks, think like a stoic, okay? All right? They don't get emotional. They're not driven by their emotions. You know, straight reasoning, straight wisdom, all right? So let's go back into this. You know, thinking like the world get you destroyed. Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. See that? My people, not the whole world. That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, right? Because if you want to be a part of this place, that's going to be part of your reward. That's going to be part of your constellation, okay? Death and destruction, all right? And our people got their head wrapped around Esau, Edom's ways, all right? Let's get into this real quick. Sirach chapter 10 and verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler is, the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So you see, this is why this place don't have, you know, proper judgment, because Esau, Edom, he's off, okay? And if he's off, he's, you know, Job 9:24, so are all the people under him. Tells you when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. Tells you also, too, where there is no vision, the people perish, right? So the Lord is saying, Revelation 18 and verse 4, come out of her. Okay, how do you do that? Remove your mindset. Stop thinking like the world. Okay, the world want, there's now. Okay, but all glory, all honor, all praises is unto who? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So let's get this real quick. Psalms, you know, this is why they got this type of mindset. Okay. Psalms 49 and verse 11, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. Yeah, so they put the kids in, you know, go get a good job, so on forth, They're not telling them about the events that are about to take place. Okay? They're not telling them about the kingdom of heaven. They're not telling them about Yahweh Bashim Yahshua's return. Okay? They're not telling them, hey, trim that fat, right? No. Go further in the world. Have big success in the world. You know? Going back into what I was saying here, what's this? Hey. What's wrong with this thing, yo? Salakia, 1 second, Hakim. Hey, you trying to play silly with me? What? See, that's how technology is. Look at that. So going back into this, let's get back into this. Yeah, so, you know, they want to tell their kids, yeah, go to college, this and that, so on and so forth. You know, that's thinking in the world, man. That's thinking in the world mindset, okay? It says what? And their dwelling places to all generations, right? Going back into the kids. One of their kids, oh yeah, be successful in this world. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to get into, Salakia. You know, Praetorizing wealth, Salakia, I keep messing up on the word. Praetorizing wealth, fame, you know, human approval over spiritual growth, okay? Finding peace and purpose, yeah, in this world, okay? That's what they want. So, in their dwelling places to all generations, they call their lands after their own names, okay? So, going back into this, lining up with Revelation 18 and verse 4, it says right here in 2 Ezra chapter 14:14, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Because, right, it tells you greater evils are going to happen, okay? And lining that up with Revelation 18 and 4, Lord said, pull away, cut that fat, pull away from this place, okay? Because this place is scheduled for destruction, all right? Simple and plain. Because what? Lord say here, Romans 8:5, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, and to be spiritually minded is peace and life, because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. You see that? Because they're going after the flesh of the lust, okay? They can't put that flesh under subjection to the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, okay? So, let's go to this real quick. Matthew chapter 6 and 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. He cannot serve Yahweh and Manna. Simple and plain. One foot in, one out. You can't have that. Two kings can't sit on the same throne. A fish think that. Okay? So, thinking like the world, he's not with you, man. Okay? And the spirit of wisdom will not enter you, because you're a deceitful spirit, man. Let me go to verse 3. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 3. For forward thoughts separate from Yahweh, and his power, when it is tried, reproveth the unwise. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. For the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit, and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in. This is why we, say try the spirit. And we've been looking at these individuals out here of these other camps, and the spirit's not with them, man. Okay? This is the type of spirit that's with him. The spirit of this world. Okay? Worldly thinking, trying to mix it with the truth, and you can't do that. Okay? Because as we read, wisdom will flee that. Gone. Okay? 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not. See, the God of this world got different philosophies, right? Different ways of you could, like Oprah said, you can serve God different ways, yo. Many different gods. You can serve God. You crazy? You stupid? Somebody has beguiled you. Like Eve, the serpent beguiled you with those fucking philosophies. Okay? And that's the problem with our people. They're all mixed up with these worldly philosophies. Okay? So anyways, least the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, whose image God should shine onto them. That's it. Simple and plain, man. So they lost in the sauce, man. Thinking like the world. The Lord's not dealing with you, man. You can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You gotta be serving Yahweh Shemel Shai. Simple and plain. Okay? To the best of your ability. Okay? So all of this thinking like the world, that's gonna get you fucked up. All that self, fame and glorification and all that shit. It's gonna get you fucked up. Okay? Bad. So with that, hey, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to Allah Hakim, doing and pushing His word in sincerity and truth worldwide, and a sincere shalom to the elect. I hope you're edified, Lord willing, to the next time. Abad Babal Hakim and Shalom.